Okay. Okay. I'm audible now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. Actually, I was thinking that since I have to take a continuous two classes, so after 30 to 35 minutes, I'll give you all a break of 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Then you can again come back. Okay, no need to switch off, right? Again come back, right? It will be fine, I think. Otherwise, again it will be this joining problem. So okay, so I'm starting, right? Okay, so wait. Okay, so last class we were studying about all the what are the different parameters, right? So last class we were talking about what are the different parameters. So this class I will talk about what are the different uh, laws. What are the different laws? Right? What are the different laws? So you can see my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is I am sharing from my LMS only. So no issues. You can check it there. So now the thing is that we told in the last class that black body radiation is basically what happens that when a body is having a temperature, when a body is having a temperature, it emits radiation, and so depending upon the temperature, the color of the radiation changes. The color of the radiation changes, or it becomes visible to us, or is it infrared, or it is a far ultraviolet range, or whatever. Okay. So that is because the radiations are electromagnetic waves, and why they are electromagnetic waves? Because they have both electric field and magnetic field like character, and they travel without the help of a medium. Right now, what was the first important law? There are three important laws basically in case of black body radiation. The first one is Stephen Boltzmann law. The first one is Stephen Boltzmann law. The first one is Stephen Boltzmann law. The second one is Wien displacement law. It must be somewhere here. I'll show you again. So the second one is Wien displacement law. It's not written in. I'll take you there. So the first one is Stephen Boltzmann law. The second one is Wien displacement law, and then there the third one is Planck's law. Right. So there are other laws also like Kirchhoff's law and other laws, but these three laws are the main laws, right? So, what is the Stephen Boltzmann law? Stephen Boltzmann law states that the total flux emitted per square meter or per unit square area is proportional to the force power of the is proportional to the force power of the absolute temperature, right? That was the Stephen Boltzmann law. So that is what is given here. This you can see. This you can see. It's given here. This one. So this is it's proportional. Actually, it will be P is directly. Wait. I'm opening a PPT for you all. Everything is like so slow today, no? I don't know where it opens. No, it's taking so much time. Anyway, so that was the Stephen Boltzmann law, which states that the total flux radiated by a body or the radiation emitted by an object per square meter is proportional to the force power of the temperature. And when we remove this proportionality, we will get a constant, that is the Stephen's constant, and it's the constant and its value is given by 5.67 into 10 to the power minus 8 watt per meter square Kelvin minus 4, right? So this is the unit. So this was the
Ma'am,
Stephen Boltzmann.
ma'am, audio is not clear.
Hello, now is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So that was this. You all can see anything else other than that the screen which I am sharing? Can you all see anything other than the screen I am sharing?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Screen is visible.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है. So this is now suppose here is an example. Now suppose the sun's surface temperature. You can see this one, right? So the sun's surface temperature is 5700 K. 5700 K. Then how much will be the total power radiated from the sun's surface? So here they have done the calculation. So what they have done, you see, P is equal to sigma T4, right? P is equal to sigma T4 that they have done. So this is the unit of, this is the Stephen's constant and this is the temperature. So the temperature to the power 4. So this will be this. So this much value is the power that is emitted per square meter. Per square meter. Remember, I told that Stephen's law gives us the value of power radiated per square meter from the surface, and it tells us that the power radiated per square meter is 4 times to the absolute temperature, right? So this, wait, a lot of people are joining. Akash had his lunch or not, I don't know. Anyways, so here what we found out, it was the power that is emitted per square meter. Now they have calculated total power radiated. So total power radiated will be power per square meter into the area. So if the radius is given, you find out the area. Otherwise, you just find out the power per unit area, right? So this is where it is used. Now the second law is Wien's displacement law. The second law is Wien's displacement law. Now Wien's displacement law, what does Wien's displacement law tells us? That the frequency of the maximum radiation or the intense radiation is directly proportional to temperature. The frequency of the maximum, actually you remember in the last class I was telling that when they emit the radiation, it does not mean that they emit only one particular radiation. They emit a series of radiation, right? So there will be a continuous wave. However, there will be a peak, just like in any wave, just like there is a peak in any wave. So there is a peak also in case of the black body radiation. So that peak, the frequency at which the emission intensity is maximum, that frequency at which the emission intensity is maximum is directly proportional to the temperature. And in terms of wavelength, in terms of this one, in terms of wavelength, it will be inversely proportional. Don't get confused. This B is a constant. Don't get confused. B is the constant. Okay. B is the constant, right? You all can see that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me just first tell you this law. So since frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength, so the frequency of the maximum radiation is directly proportional to temperature, whereas the wavelength of the maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the temperature. So if you remove the proportionality sign, a constant V will come, which is known as Wien's constant, and its value is about 2.89 to the into 10 to the minus 3 meters per Kelvin. So this is Wien's displacement constant. So what are the two things you understood from here? One is that so this is in order to find out maximum power radiated per unit surface area, you directly use the Stephen-Boltzmann law, which states that the maximum power radiated or maximum flux radiated per unit surface area is proportional, directly proportional to the fourth power of absolute temperature, from where you got the Stephen's constant, and then from the Wien's displacement law. Now this gives the power, how much energy is liberated. Stephen's law gives that. Now Wien's displacement, we have been telling that when we heat the material, it will be emitting some colors. So that means it requires some wavelength, it requires some frequency. So the relation between the wavelength or the frequency and the temperature is given by Wien's displacement law. So Wien's displacement law states that the intensity of the maximum radiation, the frequency of the maximum radiation is directly proportional to the temperature, or the wavelength of the maximum emission is inversely proportional to the temperature. And here it comes a constant, that is Wien's constant, that is given by 2.89 into 10 to the minus 3 meters per Kelvin. So we will not talk in terms of frequency. In order to avoid confusion, we will just talk in form of wavelength. Now, suppose in the first class I have told that that's a general law that all bodies emit radiation. All bodies at all temperatures at all times keep on emitting radiation. Then why does that iron at room temperature? What happens something like that? Oh, my voice is clear. Manibhika and Aishwarya are saying it's not clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the last case, I was telling that it gives out certain wavelengths. Now the relation between the wavelength is given by Wien's law. So lambda is inversely proportional to temperature. Now another law you try to recollect that we said that all the materials at all the time emit radiation. Right, all the materials at all temperature emit radiation. Then why not that iron? The iron, which is at room temperature, it appears red. And why does that iron, when we heat it, when it is heated by a blacksmith, it starts glowing red hot? The answer is in Wien's displacement law, right? So at the room temperature, suppose T is very less. At the room temperature, T is very less. That means the wavelength that it is emitting is very high. The wavelength that it is emitting is very high. So we cannot, our eyes, there is a visible region of the spectrum from 200 or 300 nanometers to around 700 to 800 nanometers. So that is the visible region of the spectrum where we are able to see things by our naked eye. So at the room temperature, what happens? Since the temperature is very low, at the room temperature, what happens? Since the temperature is very low, the wavelength is very high. And so what happens that it is emitting radiation at that time also, but our eyes are not able to perceive that radiation. Okay, so what happens that as you increase the temperature, the wavelength decreases. The wavelength of the emission decreases. And so when it goes to that red hot region, that means it starts emitting radiation. It gets a temperature where it starts emitting radiation in the yellow region. So that is why we are able to see that radiation when it is very highly heated up, or when its temperature increases, when it becomes very high. However, at normal temperature, since our eyes are not able to perceive the emitted radiation, they are not able to see the color, our eyes are not suited for that. So due to that, the material appears black or gray, whatever. Understood? This concept is clear. So it does not mean that the iron, or for that matter you or me or the walls of your home or the laptop or the mobile, is not emitting radiation. It is always emitting radiation. How much light it emits, what color of light it emits, it depends upon its temperature. And again, our eyes have a sensitivity to certain colors, so we are able to see certain colors, and certain colors, the frequencies are beyond our capacity, so we are not able to see those colors, but they are being radiated. Okay, so this is clear. Now let's start showing. I want you all to have this that waves displacement law का right. So wait. Now you can see some other screen. You can see some other screen, students.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is a different. So it is a different screen, not the previous one, right? Just a moment, students. Just a moment. Hello. Hello, I am back.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Okay. So now let's see this one. Okay, so this is very important. I want you all to look at this graph. Okay, so this is the graph for the wave displacement law, right? So again, it is. I was just saying that. Yeah, nice. So this is our graph. This is a graph of intensity versus wavelength. This is a graph of intensity versus wavelength. You see on the x-axis it's wavelength and on the y-axis it's intensity. However, if you look at this graph more closely, there is another variant. There is another variant, that is the temperature. That is the temperature. So in this graph, there are actually two laws that are being expressed to you. One is the Stephens-Boltzmann's law and the other is the Wiens displacement law. Now I will tell you how. So as we discussed earlier, that the radiant flux emitted per unit area is directly proportional to the force power of temperature. So that means the more will be the temperature, the more will be the radiant flux. That means the area under this intensity curve will be more, right? What is flux? It is the amount of energy that is being liberated per unit area per unit time, right? So that means this C. So at 3000 K, just don't look at anything else. Just focus on the temperature. See, at the 3000 K, this area is lesser. This area is less. Okay, this area is less. At 4000 K, you see this area has increased. At 5000 K, again this has increased. And at 6000 K, it has increased. So what are you seeing? That with the increase in the temperature, the intensity is increasing, right? Clear? Understood or not? Tell, yes or no? Understood?
Ma'am. No, ma'am.
See, just focus on this.
Ma'am, can you please again
I'm
repeat
telling
this?
you. At first, I am explaining the Stephens law. Okay, just look at this on account of Stephens law. So what does the Stephens law state? The Stephens law states that the flux emitted per unit area is directly proportional to the force power of temperature. That means, in simple terms, we can say that as the temperature will increase, more and more flux will be emitted. More and it will have more and more flux. That means it will become more and more intense, right? So in simple terms, we can say that since it is directly proportional to the temperature, so more the temperature, more the power, right? So now see, here's the 300K. Here the temperature is 300K. So the flux here is less. Suppose it is only this much. Only this much. The area, you just focus on the area under this curve. So it is only this much, right? Suppose on this side it will be 10 or 0 and this much area. So the area will be less. Now as the temperature has increased, see this is 4000K. This area has increased as you go to 5000K. This area has increased as you go to 6000K. This area has increased. So this is your Stephen's law, that as the temperature increases, the intensity or the flux increases, right? So this is your Stephen's law. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
come to Wien's displacement law. So Wien's displacement law tells us that lambda is inversely proportional to temperature. And what does lambda here stand for? That is the wavelength of the maximum radiation. The wavelength of the maximum radiation, right? See, this is the maximum radiation. That means here it is a peak. This blue one. Then here it is a peak, right, for 5000K. Then here it is a peak for 4000K. Then here it is a peak for 3000. This is small points. You can see this small violet color point. You can see this small violet color point. So these are the peaks.
Yes,
These are the peaks, right? So what I am saying, this if you focus on the peak, that means that with increase in temperature, the intensity has increased. With increase in temperature, the intensity has increased. So that we can see. However, this is Wien's displacement law is that lambda of the maximum emission is inversely proportional to the temperature. Now you focus that at 3000K, the peak is somewhere here. Suppose it is somewhere around 1300. Somewhere around 1300. Whereas at 4000K, the peak is somewhere around 900K. Sorry, 900 nanometers. The peak is somewhere around 900 nanometers. And at 500K, the peak is somewhere around 600 nanometers, right? And at 6000K, the peak is somewhere around 500 nanometers. You can see what I am trying to say. See this, at 3000K, lambda maximum is inversely proportional to temperature. That is Wien's law. That means the wavelength of the maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. That means more will be the temperature, less will be the maximum wavelength. Less will be the maximum wavelength, that means more will be the frequency. Okay, so just focus only in terms of wavelength. You see at 3000K, focus, see, y-axis has no values. Y-axis is written arbitrary unit. That means y-axis has no values. Okay. X-axis there are values. Okay. So the value of this peak, suppose this blue point is the peak. So 3000K, what is the value of the peak? It is 1300 nanometers. Then at 4000K, what is the value of this peak? This is 900 nanometers. Then at 5000K, what is the value of this peak? This is somewhere around 700 nanometers. See, it is in red region. This is in the red region, right? And then at around 6000K, this is what? This is in yellow red. So this is the color of the sun. The temperature of the sun's surface is, remember, 5400K. So see, this peak is somewhere around 600 nanometers or 500 to 600 nanometers. So this is your Wien's displacement law. You see that as the temperature is increasing, although the intensity is increasing, but the peak is moving leftward. Although the intensity is increasing, but the peak is moving leftward. So this was Wien's displacement law. So this proves the inverse proportionality. As the temperature is increasing, this is moving towards left. That means the value of the maximum peak is decreasing. The value of the maximum peak is decreasing. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So Stephen Boltzmann was directly proportional to the temperature force power. So this is shown by this intensity, the peak area. See how the peak area increases. More and more temperature is increasing, so the peak area is increasing. And the Wien's displacement law states that the wavelength of the maximum radiation is inversely proportional. So how it is inversely proportional? You see that as the temperature is increasing, the wavelength, the peak wavelength is decreasing. Earlier it was 1300 K, then it became 900 K, then it became 700 K, then it became 500 K. Sorry, 500 nanometers. Sorry, 500 nanometers. Earlier it was 1300 nanometers, then 900 nanometers, then 700 or 800 nanometers, and then 500 nanometers. So that is your Wien's displacement law. That is your Wien's displacement law. And one more thing you see, that at all the temperature, it is emitting radiations of all the wavelengths. You see that at all the temperatures, it is emitting radiations of all the wavelengths. However, there is certain peak. So the value of that peak, gives the value of the wavelength of the light that is visible to us. Clear? This was I told in the first class also, that it emits electromagnetic wave. It does not emit any particular wavelength, but it emits all the wavelengths. However, the color which we perceive, the color which we see, it depends upon the peak value. Clear this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now from here we will next go to Rayleigh-Jean's law, and then ultraviolet catastrophe, and then Planck's law. From here we will go there. Okay. So now, you know what is Rayleigh-Jean's law? I explained in last class. Aishwarya, do you remember anything? Aishwarya, remember anything? Aishwarya is here or has she left?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we had discussed, Aishwarya, if you remember anything, can you say? Then I'll go to the Rayleigh-Jean's law.
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Nice. Okay, so Rayleigh-Jean's law gave us the classical approach. Actually, Stefan-Boltzmann law is also a classical law only. It does not, usually it talks about only one temperature. It does not talk about a wave value. So Stefan-Boltzmann law is also classical only, and Rayleigh-Jean's law is also classical only. So Rayleigh-Jean's law gave us the value of it told us that how much, like the energy, what will be the intensity of the radiation that will be emitted by what will be the intensity of the radiation that will be emitted by the black body. So it is given by something around 2c kbc divided by lambda to the power 4, where c is the speed of light, kb is the Boltzmann constant, and t is the temperature. Let me see if it's written somewhere here or not. Wait. Okay, there are different forms actually. Okay, so there are different forms actually. Okay, so now you can see another page again. Hello? Hello? I think only I am talking. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Can see.
No, ma'am. I'm there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Can see.
we are hearing.
You can see? This is a different
Yes.
page now.
Yes,
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 ma'am.
yes. Can see.
Okay. Okay, so this is a broad example, broad equation that is being being differentiated. So this is the Rayleigh-Jean's law. So the Rayleigh-Jean's law gives us the approximation of the spectral radiance of the electromagnetic radiation as a function of wavelength or frequency from a black body at a given temperature to classical approximation. Through classical approximation. So it gives us the value. I want to share something else. Wait. Anyway, I think it's not mentioned. Okay, so Rayleigh-Jeans law gives the approximation of the spectral radiance of the electromagnetic radiation as a function of wavelength from a black body at a given temperature to classical approximation for a given value of lambda or temperature. So from now till now, I think you all have understood that in case of black body radiation, both the temperature as well as the wavelength is very important. So it does not give a discrete value of wavelength, it always gives a continuous wave. So Rayleigh gives us the approximation of spectral radiance of the electromagnetic wave as a function of wavelength or frequency from a black body at a given temperature through a classical approximation. So there is some value, something is written here. So it will be, there will different ways that, and that in that way it is differentiated and integrated. So the value of this spectral radiance is given by 2c kBt divided by lambda to the power 4, right? So where c is the speed of the light, kb is the Boltzmann constant, c is the absolute temperature, and lambda is the wavelength. In terms of frequency, the same law is given as 2 mu square, mu is the frequency, kBt by c square. So kb is again Boltzmann constant and c is again speed of the light. Achha, tell me, what is the relation between frequency and wavelength? Huh?
Inverse relation.
नहीं मतलब
V equal to n lambda.
हाँ tell that one only. mu is equal to
n lambda.
mu is equal to hc by lambda.
हाँ ठीक है.
So I think I'm correct.
Yes,
so h is the Planck constant. Okay. Anyways, so so that was your Rayleigh-Jeans law. Now according to the Rayleigh-Jeans law, what will happen? You see this figure. It is that figure. Okay. Do you all want to take a break of 5 minutes? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay. So you take a break of 5 minutes, and then we will join again at around what is the time? 3:40. Okay. So we have studied Stefan's law, and then we have studied Rayleigh-Jeans law. No. Stefan's law and Wien displacement law. So Stefan's law was, it is directly proportional to temperature. So due to that, we saw that the intensity kept on increasing with the increase in temperature. And Wien's displacement law, we saw that it is the wavelength of the maximum radiation is inversely proportional to the temperature. So as the temperature increased, although the peak increased, the intensity increased, but the wavelength shifted towards the left side. Okay, so we will meet at 40. Okay, we will come and join here only.